Great. Talk us. You talked about a lot of skill set, like what skills a PM should have. Could you probably drill down or deep dive a bit on exactly what are the key skills to absolutely have for product management, and probably also speak a bit about how a role of product manager is different in a SaaS-based company, which is probably yours, versus the rest, probably consumer internet or healthcare or whatnot.
Yeah, for sure. So to begin with, like the skills that you require, as I mentioned again and again, is like listening is important. Listening and understanding, because you are ultimately a customer's voice inside the company. And to have them heard, you need to listen to them properly and asking the right questions. Another skill that I did not mention, but is super important, is making decisions. As a product manager, you'll have to make a lot of decisions, smaller or bigger, and you have to make those decisions on the go. Uh, you're being hired as a company product manager, or like you're leading that product success only by because you're making the right decisions, and you're deciding to do no or to say no to a lot of things. If you end up like building everything, or if you end up building every cool thing, then you end up nowhere. So those decisions are always key, and it's important to keep them in mind when you're making.
Mhm.
uh, Networking is important. You need to be a social person. You need to be able to talk to people about their problems, and you need to like meet the right sort of people inside a company to sell your product. Taking initiative, leadership is a key skill, because if you see a problem and don't do anything about it, then you're not solving that problem. It's going to keep sitting there, and your execution skill, your execution pillar is missing. Another thing that becomes handy is staying organized. So as a PM, you'll have so many emails. I wake up to 500 emails every day, and having a skill as basic as email management is going to take you a long way, more than you can imagine. And again, because you have a context, or you're like a jack of all trades inside the company, you're the one with like the most knowledge, even if you don't have in-depth knowledge. uh, you will be the one who hears from everyone, and having a to-do list is always very handy. So the to-do list of what is important, what's not important, what context is coming from where, unless you are a super brainy and you can remember everything, then kudos, but otherwise write it on paper. uh, Keep that in mind. Maintain a whiteboard. It helps you brainstorm, and it helps you stay organized. I'll definitely like share some of the case studies and some of the readings that I have learned over time, reading from PMs at Google, PMs at Slack, and their story. And I'll definitely share those links for everyone who finds them useful. Those are the ones that will get you there.